Riverfront property on the Siletz River. My name's Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. These are some of our favorite properties. Riverfront land, waterfront land, really unique features and characteristics in a property are something we really covet here and sell well. So let me walk you through this property. It's a very unique land listing. It's only accessible via the Siletz River. So we're looking at a recreational property, a pretty unique land investment, but it's going to have some world-class fishing, some world-class recreation. And really, it offers an affordable opportunity to own real estate in the United States, and also, own a bug out spot. It's an affordable way to own riverfront property in the Siletz, right? So if something like this has a driveway or a road in there, it's $250,000. So again, it offers you an opportunity to own affordable recreational property. Get creative on these type of properties. Think tree forts, think fishing home base, things like that. Put a dock in at some point. Those are the ideas that our customers are doing on these unique and what we like to call epic land investments. When it comes to access, real quick, I want to touch on this at the beginning of the video. Ichwhit Park. So Bear Park is across the water. So our property is about right here, somewhere in here. So public access to the Siletz is literally, across the river. So a guy could probably swim, to the property from there. So you have really easy access. If you're going to float over there in a canoe, in a kayak, in a paddleboard, you have really access to transport material over there to do something with the property if that's what you choose, or use the property. And, at one point it looked like I was just zooming in, I thought I saw maybe a road. Before I dive too deep into the property and talk about it, what we do at Wilco Land is we offer, cash discounts for cash buyers and seller financing options too. We sell a lot of these unique recreational properties, riverfront, like I was saying, waterfront, really unique stuff in the mountains and stuff, in places like that. So kind of, moving forward, right, into this listing, talking about access, talking about how to locate it. We're located here in Lincoln County, Oregon. I'm going to pull up the coordinates on a map. All I'm doing is copying and pasting these GPS coordinates, guys, to go locate the land. I'll give you a bird's eye view. Again, it's Ichwhit Bear Park. I'm probably butchering that name, but this is cool, right? This is really cool. You've got some photos of what it looks like in the summer. Obviously, we had a really moody day when our photographer went out there, but this is a fairly new boat launch. And people are using motorized boats in the Siletz is what I saw. Obviously confirm that, and then I do see some docks. I'll let you look through these photos on your own, but I do see some docks and whatnot too. So just getting back to where the property is located, I've got these coordinates plugged in here, giving you again a bird's eye view. We're just south of Lincoln City, just outside of Kernville off 229 here on the Siletz. So here's our location, a fun recreational area. You can see there's campgrounds, there's RV sites, there's people fishing, all that good stuff. Sometimes you can even get on Google Earth and they have like imagery. Like I think there's some right here of the Siletz, somebody in the water. So we can see what it looks like. So people are putting docks in too. So this homeowner has a dock in on the Siletz. So, it's just absolutely beautiful for anybody who's out here that knows the area. It's your opportunity to own just a fun, beautiful recreational opportunity here in the Siletz River. So getting into access, what's my recommendation for access is using Onyx Maps. So if you want to go visit this property, we can see across the water. There's Ichwhit Park, so you can launch right here, whether it's a boat, a canoe, whatever, and you can get up to the property. I'm guessing that is 100 yards or something like that. So let's just let's draw it out here on Onyx Maps, 400 yards. I'm a little off, but so about 400 yards away. We're not looking, you get your privacy, you're away from the public boat launch, which is nice. You get your privacy, and then you're far enough away to, again, have that privacy. So this was something I thought was really interesting. So here's a property. I'm using Onyx Maps. I can see the parcel line. So if you're going to go visit this land, use Onyx Maps, download the free version for a week. You can do the elite version or the upgraded version. Make sure you have a layer on for Oregon and it'll show the property line. So when you're walking the property, you can stay within our boundaries of the property we own and get a pretty good feel for it. I did want to kind of just run up the river to show you the South Ammonin Road. At one point, I think this was an old timber road. It's on Onyx for some reason. I can't figure it out. There could be an easement there could be dedicated access back here. I really don't know. And I'm advertising this as a recreational property with water access only. So to be clear, we're advertising this as recreational water access only. This is just an interesting little wrinkle in it. If this is a dedicated easement or some sort of old logging road, that adds another, I guess, dimension to it. Could you eventually put some sort of road in or 2-track back there, or even a hiking trail to get to your property? So something to think about. Here's somebody who's working on their property over here. They've got a dock and a boat here. This family does, and some sort of like maybe mobile home or RVs made its way back here. So there's people making their way back there further up the river. So, I mean, what's that say? I don't know. Again, another dock. So we know, contact the appropriate parties for that. I'm guessing the Department of Natural Resources, DNR, is a good starting point. It may be federal. The Siletz River may be federal. So, contact the county or maybe DNR about that. Oregon Fish and Wildlife. Hey, who do I contact about putting a dock in? Again, it could be a federal thing, but it could also be state level. It's a waterway, it's a federal waterway. So I don't know. I haven't looked into that myself, but you're seeing other people doing it. So obviously it's a possibility. We're seeing those docks, but then here's again, that dotted road. So that's what's interesting. And I pulled the property up here on Google Earth to give you guys a better idea. We can see we've got some slope on the property here. Again, another picture from Ichwhit Park. Here's what it looks like in the summer. We've got some activity on the river over here, but tons of privacy behind you. I mean, there's no neighbors. Nobody's using any of these adjacent properties. So we've got this lot. There's a little bit of slope to it, not a lot. The elevation change is somewhere around 10 feet elevation down here on the river or so. It changes to about 45, 50 feet elevation. So again, creative. You think of tree forts, you think of a hunting home base. Some sort of little structure there, it looks like, as we go up the river. And again, somehow this got here. So that's where my questioning of was there an old logging road at some point that ran along this line? I don't know. This got there somehow. This person put this dock in and got all this here somehow. There's some sort of structure there. So people are using these type of properties on this side of the river. Again, another one that apparently doesn't, this might access this property. I take it back. So you might have some sort of access to these properties starting here. You can see that road coming in, but it's got to end at some point. So that again, I mean, we can go back to older imagery too. I can go back and see how I'm using the imagery. We're going back in time, back to 2012, 2015. So yeah, I mean, the timber is changing. This was logged at one point. It almost looks like maybe there was an old logging road. That'd be pretty damn gnarly if it got back there. So there is an old logging road up here that came through. Did it come down? This is all really speculative, right? All very speculative stuff we're looking at. Getting back to the main point of what we're listing and selling here, we're selling a half an acre on the Siletz River. That's a recreational property. You've got the opportunity to potentially put a dock in. You've got a great spot for a fishing oasis. So that's really what I have to share on this property. If you're interested in zoning, you can check out timber conservation. At the end of the day, like I said, there's no neighbors around you. We offer an as-is product here at Wilco Land. So a little bit more about our business. We're asking you to do your research. We're asking you to go visit the property. I'm sharing what I know about the property. It's pretty straightforward with this listing. You got to get on the river to go get there. So we do sell a lot of these type of properties. It wouldn't be the first one we sold. It's actually pretty popular here, these type of listings. So if you have any questions, if you want to chat more about it, give me a call, 605-250-1256. We do offer seller financing for buyers as well. So again, get with us if you have questions and look forward to hearing from you.